For the first time in 45 years, the Cape May-Lewes Ferry is building a brand new vessel, and it's not just bigger or better, it's greener. Here to tell us a little bit more about it, we have Director of Ferry Operations, Heath Girth here. How you doing today?
I'm good, thanks Kendall.
Of course, thank you for having me. I'm excited to talk about this. So this is the first ferry that's being built in 45 years. Why is now the right time for this investment?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. The foremost is that our ferry fleet is getting older. As you mentioned, we haven't built anything in 45 years.
Yeah.
So that means the youngest ferry is 45 years.
Yes.
And it's starting to become difficult to get parts, to service the ferries and keep them running, and their natural life is kind of at the end. So time to start building something new.
Yes, well, that's exciting. It's time to start building something new and evolving from here, because like you said, the ferry is 45 years old, so that does make sense for now to be a good time to start getting new ferries out there. And this one's really cool. It's a hybrid propulsion. So for those who don't know what that means, can you explain it a little bit, and how does it reduce emissions?
Sure, so much like the hybrid cars that are out there today, there'll be batteries, and the ferry will run a portion of the time on batteries. Cool. Initially, it's going to be at the dock when it's pushing into the dock, and then when it maneuvers away from the dock or to the dock, it'll be on battery power. But there will be diesel engines that it will run on once it gets farther away from the pier on its main voyage over to the other port.
Yes.
And but even so, the new diesel engines are what are called Tier 4. So they're vastly cleaner than the Tier 0 engines, which are in the motor vessel Cape May-Lewes, which will be the vessel that will be the first one rotated out of rotation once the new ferry is built.
Yeah, oh, that hybrid ferry, that's really cool that you guys have this, or they're building it. Can you tell me a little bit about how this ferry in particular fits into the future of the Cape May-Lewes Ferry operations?
Sure, so the new ferry is going to be a little bit smaller than the existing ferries. It will carry about 75 passenger vehicles and 400 passengers. Yeah. The thought is that we will continue to build new ferries to replace the older ferries. We're not entirely sure if we will stay with that same size, or we're going to evaluate that once the new ferry is in operation. But we will need to replace the other two ferries at least, because they're older than the motor vessel Cape May-Lewes. So the thought is, as the years go by and technology improves, we'll continue to build new ferries till we have a whole new fleet, and that should last us for decades to come.
Yes, it's going to last for decades, and it's just better for the environment operating off of these newer ferries. So you guys are open all year round. Can you tell me a little bit about how that kind of consistency is beneficial for visitors and locals?
Sure, I mean, we consider ourselves a public service, so we do operate year-round. So even in January, right now, we're running one ferry and 4 round trips a day. Yes. But there are people that need to get from Lewes to Cape May, let's say, to visit family, to go to the doctor, or they're conducting business on that side of the bay. So yeah, we run year-round, and it's much slower, but in the summer we run all 3 ferries, and we run 16 round trips a day. So it's heavily seasonal, but we've always believed that it's something for the public, it's for our communities, and we run 365 days. But we do stop if the weather is too bad. Yeah,
of course. That makes a lot of sense, obviously. And then what can passengers expect once this new ferry operation is completed?
Well, I don't think it'll be much different in terms of the tempo of the service. The new vessel will have to run alongside the older ferries for a portion of time until the whole new fleet is in place.
Yeah, makes sense.
But the new ferry does have some amenities. I mean, as we talked about, the newest of the ferries is 45 years old. We've done some renovations on that ferry, but the new ferry will have all brand new spaces and a much more modern looking, earthy feel. It's going to have a bar on the top deck with an atrium, so you can sort of be outside, but you feel like you're comfortable as well.
Yes.
And so I'm excited.
And one of my favorite things about this place is the whole experience that you create. It's not just once you get to your travel destination, you kind of create like a nice vibe it's like a pre-vacation before your vacation. So can you tell me a little bit about what other people can do here?
Sure. I mean, just look at this view for one. I mean, we're in a beautiful place even in January.
Yes.
And we have a jungle gym for the kids to play on. We have a variety of different boat experiences that operate off this dock here.
Yeah.
And on either side, we have a restaurant, and they're really good. And it's really fun to sit by the water and have a drink or something to eat at Grain on the Rocks. And on the other side, it's called Airmarks. They do a fantastic job, and I recommend people come a little bit early and enjoy what the restaurants have to offer.
And then I'm just curious why it's so important for historic transportation services like this to invest in sustainability.
Well, first, as I mentioned, we provide a community service, and as part of the community, DRBA has always been green and trying to find ways to reduce emissions and reduce pollutants and be more on renewables. Everybody is. And so new ferries now, and in Europe for a decade, are starting to become green. And this new ferry will vastly reduce by some like 35% the emissions that it emits, and it will use less fuel. And so we feel that's important for the communities that we serve. And we're getting some federal funding. So the FTA is contributing 20 million of the estimated $78.5 million cost of construction. So it's another reason why the timing is very good.
Of course, yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on today and for telling us all about what we can expect with this hybrid ferry. I'm very excited for it.
My pleasure, and I'm excited too. Thank you.
Of course, thank you. Yes, CoastLife, a lot of new exciting things coming with the Cape May-Lewes Ferry and this new hybrid ship that's a lot greener in a better way to coast and cruise across as you feel. And it's just proof that long-standing traditions can keep up with the times and continue to evolve. But also continuing to evolve is CoastLife, so stick around because there's more on the way.